All right, welcome back to the channel. So, Shakur Stevenson vows to easily dominate Vasyl Lomachenko, and Bob Arum said it's okay to make the fight. The Matrix is now a gatekeeper at Top Rank. Let's talk about how Shakur Stevenson says he will do against Lomachenko, how he will do him worse than Teofimo Lopez, and what that means for the career of Vasyl Lomachenko and for Teofimo Lopez and for Shakur Stevenson in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So, Shakur Stevenson is looking to make his name well known in the boxing circles. And specifically what he's saying is that he believes that he is the best fighter right now, and he's willing to take on the best fighters. And he is more than willing to go ahead and fight Vasyl Lomachenko right now to prove that he could whoop Vasyl Lomachenko much worse than Teofimo Lopez did. Specifically, I have to assume that what he means is that he will not spend, I guess, maybe round 7 through 11 getting relentlessly punched in the face. Now it's only round 8 and 9 where he was getting tagged like that. But you get my point. He says that he'll do it better, and he says thinks he's better than Teofimo Lopez. So I'm quite sure we'll be seeing a Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez fight down the line, right? Man, please. If you think so, please take a look at the guy that Shakur Stevenson says that he is going to beat. And if there's nobody that that helps demonstrate an old phrase more than Bob Arum, I don't know who it is, which is, I think the phrase is, we are all born astride the grave, which means that we are all born, but yet at some point in time, we're all going to die. So it's really, you're just, from the time you're born, you're waiting until the time you die, right? So with Bob Arum, you get to see that played out a lot more quickly, but in the form of boxers' careers. So in this instance, you have Lomachenko, who not 2 months ago was the greatest fighter since a young Muhammad Ali, and now he's just some old washed up fighter that doesn't deserve a rematch with Teofimo Lopez because he got his ears boxed off. And maybe Bob Arum will be nice enough to feed him to the young lions, like, who did he say? Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and who did he say? Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and oh yeah, Gervonta Tank Davis. So let me tell you what he's doing, what Bob Arum is doing to Vasyl Lomachenko in an old way they used to refer to horses. When a horse got old, you took him to the glue factory. After he got done, working all these years in your field, plowing the field year after year, you love the horse. All of a sudden, one year you're like, he's not as strong as he used to be. And then the next year it gets a little worse. And then the next year you're like, I got to sell this guy, but ain't nobody going to buy him because I can't afford to feed him anymore. What am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to sell him for glue. Let me just go give him to the glue factory. That's what they're doing with Vasyl Lomachenko. And my personal opinion is that the book has been out on Vasyl Lomachenko since the Miguel Mariaga fight. If they make this Shakur Stevenson fight with Vasyl Lomachenko, it's going to go just like Shakur Stevenson said. It's going to go a lot worse. It's just going to go a lot worse for Vasyl Lomachenko than the fight with Teofimo Lopez did. And the reason that I agree with Shakur Stevenson when he says that is that he has everything that he needs to cause Vasyl Lomachenko a whole lot of problems. Number one, it's a southpaw and a southpaw matchup, which is awkward. Number two, Shakur Stevenson has a tremendous foot speed advantage over Vasyl Lomachenko. And while it would be Teofimo Lopez's power that might keep Vasyl Lomachenko honest, it will be, in the case of Shakur Stevenson, I believe that it will be Shakur Stevenson's feet and hand speed that will keep him honest. Because you're not just going to be able to walk down and stop Shakur Stevenson. if you're not able to beat Shakur Stevenson and confuse him and magically make him quit in the middle of a fight, right? That's not going to happen with Shakur Stevenson. And let me say this about Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, of all those young people that I've seen, the Devin Haney, the Teofimo Lopez, Jaron Ennis, Shakur Stevenson was always spoken of more highly than any of the other people that I'm talking about when I heard from them in the amateurs. But I didn't really see it in Shakur Stevenson until, maybe a year ago. And then I was like, oh, okay, I really see what they're talking about with this guy, because he started to get stronger and the things that he was doing started to hurt fighters a lot more quickly than when he wasn't as strong. So, but I've seen Shakur Stevenson really, really is a special fighter. But again, I think it's just real important that while we talk about this, that we don't forget to look at what's going on with Vasyl Lomachenko. Over there at Top Rank, dude, I'm telling you, it's like Vasyl Lomachenko's whole career. It wasn't just that he was a hype job, like he was just a hype job, because he's a very, very good fighter, obviously. But if you listen to the way mainstream media talked about him, if they really believed that, if they really believed everything that they had said about Vasyl Lomachenko, since 2015, 2016 timeframe, if they really believe that, then why would they not believe that Vasyl Lomachenko deserves a rematch with Teofimo Lopez, right? They just immediately run to the narrative that this fight is so one-sided that we don't deserve a rematch. Doesn't that sound mighty similar to that nonsense they say about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, where they're like, well, it's just no, we know who won the fight. We just don't need to see that again. And then just when Bob Arum says it, somehow, miraculously, a whole bunch of people in his echo chamber start saying the same thing, and then miraculously people start believing it. No, man. If Vasyl Lomachenko was the greatest fighter since a young Ali 5 months ago, then he's an extremely good fighter now, and he deserves to get another shot at a championship, and not just go through, like what Bob Arum said, a gauntlet of up-and-coming fighters. Gervonta Tank Davis, Gervonta Davis is a harder fight than Teofimo Lopez. Shakur Stevenson for Vasyl Lomachenko may be a harder fight than Vasyl Lomachenko. Devin Haney, they ducked Devin Haney before Vasyl Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney before they got to Teofimo Lopez fight. And in fact, it almost seems like maybe Devin Haney getting that mandatory shot might have accelerated the get rid of Vasyl Lomachenko and send him to the farm plan, because that's exactly what they're doing. There's no reason for this. There's no reason to say that you can't go right back into a Teofimo Lopez Vasyl Lomachenko rematch. That would be a good fight. But Bob Arum eliminated that possibility in the conversation leading up to the fight. What sense does that make for a promoter like Bob Arum to smash an in-house fight ahead of time? No, man. It's out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. Because if it wasn't that, if it was just on merit, ain't no way Vasyl Lomachenko would not be getting a rematch. And quite honestly, if it wasn't about that, there's not any way that Teofimo Lopez would have got that shot with Vasyl Lomachenko before Devin Haney did, because that's really who deserved the shot to begin with. So if I seem a little bit irritated with Teofimo Lopez and less than, monstrously impressed with him, look, he did personally what I thought he was going to do because I thought he was a good fighter. But I'm not confused. I thought about Vasyl Lomachenko what mainstream media people are acting like they just figured out. That, he's not the best fighter since Muhammad Ali. He has a pattern to him. He's an excellent, excellent fighter. But like anybody else, that if you match him with the wrong guy, he can be beat. So that's what pretty much happened to him. But still, he has an opportunity to come back, change what he did to lose to Teofimo Lopez the first time. But nope, he's not going to do it because he can't, because he's not going to get a chance. Similar to how Deontay Wilder, it's just over with. He was never mind the skin gloves and all that. We know how this fight would turn out. Let's just go. We don't want the money. The money, that's not, boxing doesn't like money. It's silly. But anyway, you let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.